Oh my God, there you have it. Manchester United are out of the FA Cup. Middlesbrough have put us out 8-7 on penalties in the end. Anthony Elanga missing the decisive penalty. Absolutely gutted for him there at the end as his head was dropped as he walked off the pitch and his teammates surrounded him, trying to lift him up a little bit. It was great to hear the United support singing his name. But Manchester United are out of another domestic cup. It leaves us only battling for the top 4 now and the Champions League. And it's a very, very disappointing night there at Old Trafford. People will talk about the goal being scored for Middlesbrough and it being a handball. Now, for me, I knew VAR wasn't going to give it because we've heard the rule change. If that player that handballs it scores, the goal gets disallowed. If he passes the ball on, it doesn't get disallowed. It's up to whether the referee saw it or not. The referee didn't see it. And that, for me, isn't an issue with VAR. It's an issue with the rules and also an issue with just common sense. Like, the referee has to see that. It's so obvious. But United can't use that as an excuse. Because if you leave a team in it, no matter whether it's Middlesbrough or Real Madrid, if you leave a team in the game at only 1-0, anything can happen. They can score a worldie. That can happen. A bad decision from the referee. Anything can happen in the game. And Manchester United only have themselves to blame. I don't really want to hear about the referee. Ronaldo misses a penalty. Look, penalties can be missed. We'll be saying the same thing for Anthony Elanga. But you score that, different story. Bruno Fernandes misses an open goal. After a mistake by the goalkeeper. Good closing down by Ronaldo. The ball gets kicked out to Bruno. You know, you've got to score that chance. And United go on and win the game comfortably, but it didn't happen. We left them in the game to get the result. They take us to penalties, and even in extra time we didn't really show anything. I thought in the first half, Jadon Sancho, who got United's goal, I thought he was very good, but he looked unfit. He come off. I think he was holding both hamstrings as he came off. That substitution probably should have came before extra time. It didn't. But we needed, Rangnick probably thought I need him out there on the pitch because he was bringing most of United's creativity, but his legs had gone. A poor day for Ronaldo, a poor day for Bruno. A positive was seeing Paul Pogba back in the team after a long time out. He was okay in the first half. He got booked after a heavy touch and he slides into the tackle. And there were a few moments like that for United in the first half. Look, I think Pogba's was, he's back for the first time in God knows how long. And I think generally he was okay. But in the first half, there was a few heavy touches here and there. Manchester United weren't really at it. And as look, I know we were a better team in the first half. 1-0 up, all that stuff. But you've got to be clinical. You've got to be ruthless. You've got to make, the moments in the game where you have that momentum, you've got to make them count. And we didn't. We just didn't. We come out of it 1-0 up and that's not good enough. You need to put the game to bed. But we had enough time to put it right. Extra time, 30 minutes there. Didn't. Alright, we haven't had a game in a long time, but that's really, really poor. And now we're out of a cup. Started with a strong team as well. You can't complain about the team, can you? You had Maguire, Varane. You had Shaw, Diogo Dalot. You had a midfield of McTominay, Pogba, Bruno, front three, Ronaldo, Sancho, Rashford. Players were there. The players were there, so there's no complaints about the starting lineup or anything like that. It's the cup. We're at home. There's 6,000-7,000 Middlesbrough fans in there. You've got to make it happen. You've got to make it happen, and Manchester United just didn't. We just didn't. And I know Elanga missed that penalty today, but it'll be the experienced players that have to hold their heads, because you look at the penalty and the open goal miss from Bruno. They have to go in. And if we're being really critical in the penalty shootout, one of them went straight through Dean Henderson. I know he's guessed the right way, but you save that. You're going through. We had a 100% record at that point. But shouldn't be going to a penalty shootout. It shouldn't be 1-0 up. We shouldn't be allowing them to have the opportunity to score a worldie or a mistake or a penalty and ultimately a referee mistake means you go to extra time, means you go to penalties. Because you weren't clinical enough, you weren't good enough. against, yes, a very much rejuvenated and a better Middlesbrough team under Chris Wilder, but a championship team. And that's where we're at the moment. Not good enough at all. Just not good enough. So, top 4 Champions League left to play for. And if you can't beat Middlesbrough, you're not beating Atletico Madrid, are you? And you're not beating the teams that we've got to beat to get to the top 4. So there's a lot of players that have got to look themselves in the mirror and, you know, ask themselves what they want to get out of this season. Do you want to just see it fizzle out like we are at the moment? You know, some decent results, some decent performances, and then we turn up and do this. Like, what do you want to do this season? Because it's coming to the nitty gritty now, and you're out of 2 competitions, and you've got, yes, the Champions League to play for, but how likely is that? Yes, we've seen Chelsea can do it, and they weren't particularly, you know, firing on all cylinders throughout the season, but if you can't beat Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, pissed off with that. Let us know your thoughts anyway, in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribing to Stretford Paddock as well. Now, for the Burnley game, on this form, we'll probably go and lose, but I may be looking to watch the game in downtown LA, so where are all the Reds watching it? Let us know in the comments below, and we might even get a few views on the channel as well. So make sure you're keeping it like, comment, share and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on the game today. United are out of the FA Cup against Middlesbrough at home. Kevin Keegan will be happy, innit? What was it he said? I would love it, just love it. See you later.